This morning I made a special trip up to the cabin because it is that special time of the year when bears and other destructive things start coming out of hibernation, and they start to try to get on their spring fat right away. They've been laying around all winter and they ate up all their fat reserves. So I am booby trapping the cabin, and I showed you last year I had a special video on fifth ops perimeter alarms, and today I'm actually going to put them to work and I'll set them up around the cabin, and I'll let you watch how I'm going to go ahead and bear proof my cabin that way, and it'll also help towards intruders. I'm back in the middle of nowhere. I do have a neighbor that's just down the road, but when he hears sounds of guns going off or loud reports, he's right away the first person to check it out. So we do have a secret signal, if you will, that we put up on the road. If somebody is down here, if he sees that signal is put up, he knows that I'm here, so he won't come back by the cabin. He usually lets me alone. But if that signal is not tripped, I wish I could tell you what it is. Say it's we tie a ribbon around a tree or something like that, or put up a flag on a flagpole or whatever it is. If he sees that I don't set up that signal, and it's not there at the bottom of the road, he is the first one up here to check out what's going on. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you the fifth op perimeter alarm first, and then I'm going to go ahead and set it up on the back door, and I'll go ahead and set it up on the front door as well. I'm not going to arm it at the front door because the last thing I need is my eardrums blown out. But here we go. Here it is. This is the fifth ops perimeter alarm, and you can see on the bottom they have a slot where a shotgun shell can fit in. In this case, I am putting in blanks. Just the sound of the primer is enough to scare the heck out of anything. On my original video, somebody said, oh, you should load it up with a charge of gunpowder, and it'll be even louder. And I did it. I went ahead and I tried it. It's not any louder. You don't have the force of the barrel holding everything and directing the noise, so the sound of the primer is just as loud as a live shotgun shell. So being that I don't want to hurt anybody, I only want to scare things away, I'm using blanks. So what happens is in the top there is a set pin that you put in on the trigger mechanism, which is this piece. Let's see, you can't see it there. Now you can see it a little bit better. This is the trigger mechanism. So what I do is I tie a string onto this little clip, and the other end gets attached to a permanent structure, and when something walks by and pulls a string, bang, the shotgun shell goes off. So it's a pretty cool little device. I'm going to go ahead and set it up, and I'll let you come along and watch. Okay, we're all set up. I'm going to take you into the backyard. We'll go ahead and we'll set up the perimeter alarm in the back, and then I'll trip it and I'll show you how it works. Okay, what I just did, I've loaded it with a shotgun shell, and I posted these green stakes all around my back door. So now when a bear comes walking through to the back door, he'll be awoken to a great surprise, and I'll show you how it works. This is a beautiful weekend. We're supposed to get rain a little bit later on in the afternoon, and I hope it holds off, because I'd really like to go out and do a little bit of shed hunting too. So this week, we're just going to concentrate on wrapping up a few loose ends. Oh great, I got bear poop in the driveway already. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do about getting some loose ends tied up and get ready for this spring. I'm so excited for the warmer weather. It's going to be a great year this year. So I've got 2 daughters that are getting married this year. It's the first year that the cabin is actually to the point where it's starting to be comfortable. It's not so much work all the time. So yeah, I look forward to it, and hopefully we can take you with us. So all right, I'm just gonna go for my quick morning walk. I'll share a couple sights with you, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get things rolling here. I love this little bog in here. You can see all the water that's in there is all frozen, and it doesn't look like there's any water standing here in these old reeds that are knocked down. But if you walk out there, guaranteed you'll be knee deep in the water. I've tried it before, and I won't ever do that again. But in the summer or the early spring, maybe give it about 2 or 3 weeks, I'll bring you back here. This turns green real quick, and it comes all to life. We have millions of frogs that will breed in here, and the sound is almost deafening. So that'll be a cool thing to revisit in the near future. I'd like to thank everybody for voting how many antlers should go on the mantle. It's installed behind me. I appreciate the help that you guys gave to the channel, and I think you made the right decision. It looks beautiful.